we'll take the first question that was from one of our online viewers. So what's your view on PKI in automotive security? Who wants to take that?
I can start with this because PKI starts very early in the process. So even when you start to test the cars, you should bring it already in. You need for a secure car, a secure development environment and a secure production environment. And you can't start too early to bring in the security. And therefore you should already have the PKI ready when you start testing the cars in the field. So this is one point. The other point is it's quite picky because the root certification authorities need to be really safe there. We're talking about millions of cars, and from one OEM they are sharing most times this root certification authorities, and therefore it's essential to take care of the keys there. And I'm not so sure if the OEM is already aware of how much work this will be for them.
Right. So what I can say is that you can use the PKI approach also to define, for instance, to whom do you distribute data and to whom do you not distribute data, by changing the approach a little bit from having a central certificate authority towards having distributed certificate authorities that might be even within the car, then creating trust links between entities there. And so, yeah, I would say it's like, of course, a promising approach for encrypting data that are stored somewhere, and also for transport security, at least initially negotiating then symmetric keys that you can use later. And it's also something very attractive for creating identities, for proving the sources of data and the ownership of data to someone else. And so therefore, from a general use case, I consider PKI very promising, and also like for the car use case, of course.
Stephen, do you think such approaches that we just discussed will have some safety consequences?
If we can hack the car and cause injury, it has a safety consequence. Short answer, unusual for me.